Welcome to the Sunday Funday podcast. I'm your host, Akil Patterson. I'm here with part 2 with this Jude. Now, I said Jude, not the other word.
Right.
I've got Javon.
That's rude.
From Utah here with us. He's an author. He's got a recently published book of poetry out. We've got the Juice, the sexiest man on the planet when he walks into a bar. He got that riz. And we got the instigator. We got the instigator who literally will fight with himself in a dark corner just to start some shit with somebody. Let's get to it on this part 2 with this Jude. All right. So I was having a conversation. We were discussing making friends. Now, I know it sounds weird, but I'm gonna tell a quick story. It's a short one, trust me. So many years ago, Javon and I are friends because I got him in a breakup. Like when me and my ex split, it was, you got to take friends.
I'll take him.
I took him.
Yeah,
he got another one, but even that other one came over and was like, I want to be friends with you. And we don't bring up the conversation anymore. We just refer to it as Voldemort time. It's over. It was toxic, but Javon and I became friends, and we've remained friends over the years. I mean, that had to be almost 13 years ago.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah. And
you guys weren't like casting spells on each other and shit.
No.
Okay.
I was secretly doing voodoo on him the entire time.
I mean, you just when you say Voldemort, you just gotta because you're not a total freak. So
we don't use dark magic.
We just say he who should not be named. Remember Voldemort.
Okay.
And so,
If that's Voldemort, I'm Nagini.
Yeah.
I got 3 Voldemorts.
So there are people you just don't name. But luckily, we became friends. Ups and downs through the. I got him a job out in Baltimore, and then he eventually was able to parlay that into something else, and then he went back and forth to Virginia. But anyway, so
Let's go.
One day, I'm reaching out to him, and I think at the time I was working in juvenile corrections. And it sucks. But I had the weekend off, right? So I used to work this weird schedule where you would work like 7 days off, and then you get 7 days on, and you get 4 days off, and you're like, ugh. But anyway, I took it because I was training for something. And I was off. It was an off cycle, and I was like, hey, and I'm gonna go visit him. So I drive down to visit him. We're getting ready to go out. Now, Javon's like, we're gonna go to this club over here, and then we're gonna hang out, and then that's
How old are we talking, guys?
This is our 20s. This is 20s, late 20s.
Yeah, about 27.
And so we're going out to the club. The problem became is that we go with this gaggle of women, and I call them a murder of crows, whatever you want to call it.
Fucking hens, bro.
And we go out.
Hens, dude.
And
Gaggle of hens.
we attempt to get into 4 different clubs.
What's the ratio? You have more girls than guys?
We had more girls than guys.
Right.
That wasn't the problem.
Should slide.
It was that everybody had their own opinions on where we needed to go that night.
That, bro.
So I'm like,
Takes
let's go to this.
forever. Yeah.
Let's go to this. So we try to go to 4 different clubs. Each girl has an issue with somebody in the club. We don't get in. Then we get one girl to tell us, oh, we're going to go to this club. We get there because she's like, my friend will get us in real fast. Well, apparently the friend was only going to get her in, and the rest of us would then have to consume our way in. And that was when I went all ballistic, going, okay,
She's like, well,
seriously?
that's just your all's problem.
Yeah. But now the final place that we get in, and this is the final place, there is this late night, I think it's a late night after hours club bar in
Speakeasy.
This is in Norfolk or Newport, Norfolk or Newport Beach.
Norfolk.
I don't know which one it is. I couldn't do it. It was Hampton,
Hampton
Norfolk.
Road.
Because that whole area, people just go. Anyway, I think it is in Norfolk. We go to this after hours
Lunacy?
single lane after hours club. You can see all the way through it, right? All the way back. It looks draped out, and you can sit wherever you want. And they've got water specials. Water specials.
Sure.
Because they can't serve alcohol after
This is what we
3.
call a nice little
so you get
speakeasy.
Yeah. So you got the water special in the back where they just pick up this gallon
Or they give you coffee mugs.
water and you pour some water in it,
Yeah.
and then they give you some Red Bull or some orange juice.
Water to some of you guys out there.
You just mix it in the mug and that's it.
It is straight moonshine, baby.
Sure,
That stuff will.
it's moonshine.
That's
white
why it's
lightning.
called
It's
water.
white
yeah.
lightning,
They're
brother.
water, and they put. That's why it's always in water jugs. So if they raid you, it's like, dump it out. But
Your
anyway,
face goes numb, bro.
but that's the way. But it took us till 2 a.m. to find a place. And what I realized that night is that I am not meant to be friends with everybody. Because
I love being friends
that
with
night,
everybody,
I wanted to kill him. Because he had gotten me into this thing where like I came out, you work 7 days straight. 7 days straight.
You
I
only
had
get
work.
3
I
or
get
4
4 days
yeah.
off. I come to hang out with you, and on one of the best nights, the Friday night, that's the good night.
Don't waste a man's time.
I can't go anywhere. I can't. I don't have an
you're with a
opportunity.
gaggle of
Because
girls.
why?
Right.
I mean,
Because they
we just
couldn't
talked about
decide.
But why are you so mad at him?
a 27-year-old man should be lucky to
Why?
feel like with a
Why
gaggle
should I
of
be
girls.
mad at you?
I don't know. Why were you mad at me for what my
Why?
friends were doing? I don't know.
Am I
You tell
my
me.
friends?
You're welcome.
It's
You're
not my
welcome.
fault.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Javon.
Exactly. You knew your friends.
You do know your friends.
Did you know it was
probably.
going to be
That's
this
right.
way? Did you know it was probably
You
going to
just
be a
wanted to watch it
nightmare?
go down.
Yeah.
Probably every Friday.
I've had to work on being more assertive.
Sure,
like
sure.
not being afraid to be that friend,
Okay.
that guy.
Sure.
And speaking of like rejection, you only go through so much without a night before. All right, that's it. We're doing this. We're going here.
Right.
And this
Yeah,
is
you
this
have
is
to with a
this
large
is
group,
why.
typically.
Keep it simple. Keep it.
Yeah. Like it happened
Okay,
in Las
now
Vegas.
that makes sense. Now that makes sense because you were aware of it, and he's visiting you. Like this is supposed to like. So you're kind of the host in this situation a little bit. For
Yeah.
him? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's been doing 7 days. So from his perspective, he's been working with asshole kids for 7 days. He's got 4 days of leave, and this is what he runs into a bunch of asshole kids who can't.
Right,
even
and that was on me. So in
Those
that
kids.
situation, I was accountable.
But he had
Absolutely.
expectation, though, right?
Yeah.
He had expectation, and you weren't paying attention.
I was not paying attention for the first half. That's why he was mad at me.
Right.
Just keeping
Fair
it,
enough,
keeping it
right?
real, keeping it a
Expectation,
buck.
not paying
What
attention.
were you
when-
paying attention to?
Well, I mean, a gaggle of girls,
Right.
bro.
So here's my question: was one of those gaggles something that like was catching your most of your attention, or were they just friends?
No.
No.
So the women
'Cause, like,
that I roll with,
sometimes when you're like
Not on this
attached to
one.
one of the gaggles,
That his sister.
yeah,
okay.
no. I'm that weird guy. So my sister and I were really tight.
Sure.
On the party scene, they call us like the Wonder Twins.
Okay.
So of course my sister is bad as fuck. She got all the looks between us.
In all honesty, his sister Octavia, she is bad.
Do you have a picture of her?
And
shout out.
She, if
Yeah,
we want,
absolutely.
she would zoom you and be like, busted.
But it sounds like you two, the Wonder Twins, right? Like
okay, it's a good looking family.
you got like that's a Riz in the group right there. Like you got that dynamic,
everything
and
I
then
learned
those
about
are-
Riz,
those-
I learned from her.
So the girls are those her friends,
Well, they were her
Sure.
friends / our friends.
right?
But like, is Octavia this star, and then her friends are like?
Because
me,
usually
yours, just kinda
there's
following?
one like
Oh, no, no, no.
ring.
Is there
Usually
every-
there's a ringleader.
is there
usually
a-
there's a ringleader or like a.
But is there a bit?
Octavia, my sister, is
She's
the
the- she's the
ringleader.
queen.
Okay,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
But is there also a drop
That's
in
when you-
talent from the ringleader?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
That's a good question.
There's a drop
So
and down.
she's.
I
there
mean,
is a drop
yes,
down?
generally, but what was unique about our situation, our group, was that everyone had their own unique talents on
Nice.
their own
I
level
love
because
that.
we were all the outcasts, and so we came together at
you have a name? Like
this
the
perfect
Outcasts
divine
and stuff.
time in history.
They were not
To-
outcasts.
How do you
Good-looking
know? You
outcasts.
didn't grow up with us.
watched
You didn't
it.
go to high school with us.
Oh,
Well,
so
you-
no. So
but
you're
y'all
talking about post.
obviously can't
I'm
make
talking about
decisions.
post high school.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah, post high school.
Post
No,
high
no,
school,
we were
they're not
running
out
shit.
yet. That's what I'm saying.
But like when you guys went out, you guys were running.
But
shit.
do you hear? But see that no, I'm not gonna try to step on you. But that's almost like the victim mindset of we were the outcasts and now we're running shit and now we're gonna.
No, it's not a
I was
victim
like,
mindcast.
What?
I'm not being subservient
They
to
did
that
the cub-
fact.
What I'm
I'm
saying
using
is-
that.
but you're
I'm
not
saying
the
that we use
outcast
that
in
fact
this moment.
to like we came together and we made something of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is not a victim mindset.
Okay, you're
we,
right.
We actually did something with it. We
Then you had to
we
come
held
up-
ourselves accountable and we did something about it.
Sure.
I think when you
When
said
Akila
what you
went
said,
out, you can't make decisions. You
outcast,
guys were.
I just imagine this group of people
Oh.
that you're out with, it's just like a circus.
Yeah, I'm talking about just like according to the status quo.
Tolerate has a special gift though, so it makes them tolerable.
Like the
Yeah.
That's who you were
like the
hanging
bearded
out with,
woman.
was this group of people, right?
Yeah, like my sister was the popular girl, but she hung out with unpopular kids. I was the jock, but I was also a nerd who played Yu-Gi-Oh at lunch. You know, like
On purpose?
yeah,
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
Nigga, of course,
Hey,
it
you
has
can't
to be on
accidentally
purpose.
play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Let me
like-
tell you what. Hey,
I was like,
Part of the cards, bro.
I
just
part of the cards.
stumbled into these Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Getting that rub now. That's awesome.
I think it's
stumbled
funny.
into these Yu-Gi-Oh
He said
cards by
that like
accident.
he said that like somebody can accidentally join the AV club at the high
I
school.
appreciate you.
Right.
putting that
Like
show
the audio
down.
video. Like,
Come on.
oh, this is an accident. Like, oh, I tripped, fell in there.
Like,
You know.
yeah, you let
Now I'm
the
on your
door
book.
was wide open for that. Okay, I get it now. So interesting, and interesting that you could share that with him and say that to him, and he felt sort of bad about it. So then, how did the night end?
Yeah, there were a lot of distractions, but as soon as I caught on and I was like, okay, it's time for me to like actually be considered and be a really good friend. That's when we made the decision to go to PJ's at After Hours place.
Whatever it was.
Where they were pouring the water in the mug.
Yes.
Okay, and was that like,
that's the best
is that
decision
like,
of
was
all
that
night.
Like when the night went like David Lynch.
Oh,
You guys
it went great. It went great from till 6 in.
Oh yes, bro. When you walk into an
See,
establishment,
you got it on the back end, which was good.
But I mean, come on, man. The prime hours are gone.
No, I mean like it's
No.
Sometimes maybe
maybe
3
not.
to 6 is the prime hour.
Maybe
No.
change and
Yes.
take a different
It
shift.
could be, but here's the
Work the
deal.
night shift.
The next night we went out to some gay club out that way. It was fun too.
the wave.
Yeah, it was. I
You
don't know.
mean it was actually a big one?
It was, so
wave.
one thing about this gaggle is like
There's got to be a ringleader, and they got it like because if they're
the
that means they're all on the same
gaggle's like
level.
queer. Like they're queer identified. So like you got
don't know
girls.
about that.
Whoa. So these are chicks who aren't looking for meat?
No.
No,
I said
no.
queer.
Some of them were definitely looking for
Some
me,
of
bro.
them,
Sure.
yeah.
Which is a motivation
So
when you're
first
picking a
off,
spot.
queer just means different, and this queer group sometimes like they'll be like best friends. They'll be best friends with a bunch of lesbians. But they'll never actually have sex with lesbians. But they'll go to all the parties the lesbians throw.
Well,
Right?
girls like
Lesbians will
girls,
get-
dude. Girls like girls too.
But
like, it's
but
fine.
it's not, I'm just saying this group. They're like,
And that was
they were
my appeal
friends.
because my sister's a bad bitch. Also, wonderful person that goes along with that. I know the two tend to get like separated nowadays. Our friends were bad bitches, right? And also wonderful personalities go along with that. But if we're just focusing on like the bad bitch aspect, that attracted more bad bitches. Abundance, bro. That's what we were living in
because
Now,
at that
are
time.
bad bitches just like selecting themselves, or are they trying to like potentially take on the other?
Nope.
biggest bad
There's
bitch?
no. So this is not predatory.
I think we should describe a bad bitch.
So this
honestly,
is-
for this podcast, like, because like when I think of bad bitch, I think of remember Bad Girls Club.
Oh yes.
Like, maybe not that bad, but like I was like, people didn't understand like
But
why
these
bad
bad
bitches
bitches-
distract
Well,
other bad bitches.
This. So that's what I'm saying. This group of we're calling them
Beautiful
Okay, so by
females,
the way,
by the way.
I'm gonna have to bleep the living crap out of this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call them bad hombres now. We'll call them
Dimes.
bad.
Have to do that.
Bad,
Well, we
bad
can't-
Nines and dimes.
Can't
Felicia's.
use bad bitches.
Because I have to
Let's
keep
call 'em
glitching.
fifis.
I have to keep bleeping. But anyway,
Sure.
so the bad hombres, hombres, or what is the word for
Hombres?
Hombres. Hombres.
So the bad hombres, the bad girls, the bad women, the bad looking girls, they are the ones who are confident.
Sassy.
They have some level of control, but at the same time, they also know when to chill. The baddest are the ones that are like
There's no chill.
the bad girls club is like there was no chill, but the bad girls, the girls like everyone really rocks with,
Right.
They're the ones you'll never know because they're in the back. Like they've got a plan.
Yo, for
they've got a
sure.
plan
Yeah,
for everybody.
absolutely. Yeah,
and
yeah.
so with this group, and I think there was like 8 of us, like between 2 different cars or whatever.
Yeah.
There was
to take multiple whips out. That's
but these girls, when they got to the club, they were friends with all the gay guys too.
Yes.
So they were good friends. So the lesbians they knew were cool with them. The gay guys were like, yes, queen, when they looked at them, like seeing what they were wearing. So they fit in great. And so they may not be hooking up, but they were queer identified because guess what? That's a community that they like to be around, like voguing, the ball.
So I
the-
get
the
now
much
I
more.
get the hard dynamic of where to go, right? Because the energy that you're bringing with that group, like I just
But,
added-
but when we went to the gay club, everybody was fine with that. Like, yeah, let's go.
But like
Yeah.
everybody's got their spot, right? And you show up, you vogue out,
Yeah.
right? When you're all in that energy, you go in together. And I guarantee, like when y'all went out, like there wasn't just like most of the time you went out with the same group, right? Probably,
Oh, most definitely.
right? Because
Yeah.
like that's a That's a thing together, right? So you had that. Yeah. So it's like everyone has their own connections at these different spots. So it's like, well, yo, I like, homeboy, like whatever we go here. So I get it. Everybody's like a unit together. So it makes it kind of hard. There's not just one,
absolutely,
top level person.
That's what was crazy, because at that time we'd have one person like, okay, I got this party out Tuesday. The next person, okay, I got this club promotion on Wednesday for an artist.
Ooh, right.
Okay.
Now we're talking club promotions.
And then Saturday we got this person doing a music video, and then Sunday we got brunch on the beach on someone's yacht. Like
we love brunch on the yacht.
Everyone always had something to contribute as far as like something to do. But doing things with intent
right.
was a different story.
See that now it makes sense, because it's a lot different, because what you're saying, it's like, well, when you're going to support your hombres or your partners or your friends, you're going because
Sassy
you're like,
gals.
well, no, because you become part of like the entourage that brings the ambiance. So I remember last year I told you I was on this yacht.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We're not gonna go over everything that happens on this yacht, but one of the things is like midway through there was a whole crop of people that showed up under the age of like 25. Most of us are like professionals, and this underage 25 group shows up, and they're like, hey, and they want to talk to you and just hang out. That's what your crew would be now, is like they would show up, they would be the young, energetic squad, and they would make the guys that have like money spend it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, buy another bottle. Like, let's get another, pop a bottle across still.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Like, and that's what your friends did. That's how you guys, now I see why you guys show up, because they make money. Oh my God, why am I so dumb? I just discovered, you have no idea what I just said, do you?
I mean, I still don't have an intelligence.
Mark is just absorbing everything.
Listening, like, it's just like very interesting, and I get it, and I understand. I'm learning.
How'd you roll out in your 20s? Did you have a crew?
No, dude.
No?
I've always been the one that the fraternity wanted. Everybody wanted me in their group, but like I don't have the mainstay. I can't.
You're a rambling
I came
man.
out the way that I came out.
Sure.
I say the things that I say, and I feel the way that I feel.
You're a journeyman.
And I take certain things are really important to me, and they may not be important to other people in the room, but like that's where I draw the line. And I might be a hypocrite sometimes when I do it. I might be a total contradiction in my own thing, but like I believed at a very young age that I've kind of like have certain things that are important to me, to whatever life I decided to value for myself. All right. And some of my morals and ethics and my aims are completely off fucking kilter, and I'm totally hypocrite. But like I came out this fucking way, and as you know, I don't make things easy on myself. And I've been in the principal's office, quote unquote, whatever that fucking means, from zero, from the beginning of your inception, whether it was a school or this or a business or, you know, working at Adidas for one day and then them telling them they don't want me. They just said, don't come back after lunch.
That you're a bad bitch is what it is.
That's what happened. You know, so it's like, but okay, you say that, but then also I have my peer group, right? So my peer group's 50. Yeah. So Mark decided that Mark's going to be the way that Mark is, and Mark's going to treat everybody equally, and Mark's not going to fucking have locker room talk with white guys, and like if someone who's in a group who's got money and who's successful pops off and says something that Mark doesn't like, Mark's going to let him know that at that fucking situation. And Mark's probably not going to be the guy that gets invited back.
It's funny how that works.
Right. It is.
Stop caring about
No, because I didn't go with the rest of the group. It's like, hey, it's okay that Ron feels that way about black people. Mark, you know, you need to be a little more understanding.
Aww.
What the really? At the country club? I'm like, what? So I like stereotypes and I like cliches.
I do too. Cheers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask this. He said, "What was it like in your 20s going out?"
We're talking, but like we brought it up to the peer group right now,
dude.
dude.
One
I know.
man machine.
So you were a journeyman. You were
I've been on the Mark and Brian radio show. I've been on Jay Leno. I've done a lot of cool shit.
Did you decide what bars you wanted to go to?
I would just go where I go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so that was
I go where I go by myself. A lot of times by myself.
So there we go.
Not with a crew.
Right.
When I found the
It
cruise,
is easier when you're by yourself.
When I found the cruise, but I love the cruise because I found the cruise in the film business in my late 20s when we're on location filming in Iowa. and 35 of us walk into a bar, then you get the same feeling you guys are talking about.
There you go.
And you got 35
Yeah.
you got 35 artists, people in the film business, right? You got musicians, you got actors, you got or we're working in Sun Valley for 3 weeks. Whiskey Jacks. I mean, I went on it's like I went on stage with a cappella group and fucking kicked ass, dude. Rocked these motherfuckers.
You just hopped up with an acapella.
I had a gift.
Bro.
I had a gift.
It's a bass.
Everybody has a gift. I just riffed.
It's like, all right, what's the key? We're in snap.
No, dude. They gave me like an acid jazz blues background with bass, and I just riffed for like 10 minutes. But long story short, I've seen it both ways. I've been able to be the Clint Eastwood where you walk into the bar by yourself, and sometimes you get your ass kicked because you got no cover, right? Sometimes you also get in trouble because you walk in by yourself, and maybe with my mouth, sometimes I say the wrong fucking thing, and I end up that happens. And then you get to roll in with the crew. And I love the feeling of the crew. I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but like when you guys are talking about this shit, I was like hanging on every word because I'm like, I can imagine the spectacle of walking in the club and you're 7, 8, 9 deep and you got chicks. That's the currency. That's the currency in the nightclub world. It's not 8 guys with dicks. Hey, hey, hey. Like every fucking heeb out there. No, it's like, come on, dude, you gotta be different. So like I wouldn't want to be told. I wouldn't want to go into that scene because I wouldn't want to have to wait in fucking line. Because I wouldn't want to be told I was a nobody.
Now, see that.
Straight up.
No, so
Exactly.
So
well,
that,
I know.
I think right there is something that line thing comes to play when making friends. I don't know how many times I've done this.
Making friends of mine.
I have literally I've worked my way to the point where I'm like, hey, that bouncer, if shit goes down, I've got his back right away. And then the next time I show up, yo, what's up, big dog? What's up, man?
Have you saved a bouncer's life before? Because I definitely have
hell
multiple
yeah.
times.
Hell yeah.
I've pulled dudes off a bouncer
Yeah.
before because he just got overtaken and I ripped some dude.
Hustling the moment?
Hustling relationships,
No.
networking, bro.
Because that's a good, and I don't mean it bad in a bad way.
Right.
Like to walk into that environment and realize, okay, so a lot of people would refer that as being, and this is going to sound strange, and for those of you guys who know what I'm talking about, cool. But does anybody know what an empath is?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, like, first of all, if you have any kind of idea of what an empath,
Let me tell you something.
when you walk in a room,
let me tell you,
you're not
I'm an
looking for the
empath.
guy who's the most popular at the bar, who's happy and sharing drinks.
Yeah.
You're looking at the person with the hoodie on, who's all crumpled up, who's not having a good time.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
the empath.
I already was the guy that was extroverted and being happy and giddy and talking to everybody and offering drinks and all this shit. So I looked for the wallflowers because I want to get to know you. Why do you not care about the rest of this shit?
They're
feel
all,
me?
they're
Yeah.
all easy pickings.
So like, let me get to know you as a person.
It's called easy
so there's
pickings.
exposure. You're likely a better person than I am out of the gate because as my empath,
I don't like to say like
I'm
better
looking-
than,
Well,
but
I'll tell you why. Because you're looking at that person like I want to get to know that person, and I'm looking
to
at that
know you.
person as a liability. I'm looking at that person immediately when I walk.
what
in.
are they doing? A liability for what, bro?
Like why are they unhappy? Why are they sad? Why are they here?
Shoo.
Why are they sad?
That makes
what
sense.
happened to them? Why are they in a place where everybody else is dancing around?
We gotta wind this back in.
okay.
Oh, is that it? Is that what we're
No,
going
it was
with?
like,
Interesting little side conversation.
Yeah, we went on
So what I was trying to say was get back to using your ability to be part of these groups to make a hustle, to make friends and relationships. Like, yo, there is a benefit of why nightclubs, bars matter in communities. It's where you connect with people. Like, and I'm not saying everybody has to. There are people out there, and I do say this with the utmost love and respect. If you're in recovery, stay in recovery. If you need help, get help. But if you don't, or you choose not to go that route, understand that there is a price for addiction, always. But if you are of somebody that is of like, hey, I can go out, it does build community because you meet people. If you don't go over the top and you're not like belligerent, you're not like peeing on people's faces and stuff like that. Which I think I did at one point. Anyway, yeah. Well, this was unconsciously, and she was a big girl.
You know what? That story is a good story.
Oh, it's actually my 21st birthday.
I still haunt
We'll talk about my 21st birthday story one day. But when you like Juice,
Yeah.
So Juice, I think you might be one of the best at it in this room because although Javon, you and your friends did it and you ran in a scene.
Oh shit.
Juice to me, like he's got we'll have a special guest one of these days, one of Juice's friends. But Juice is like, he's meeting people all in the art scene. He does some acting on the side.
Yeah.
So he's meeting these people like before they're getting famous. And these are the younger ones, right? These are the people that are on the bubble. They're like about to burst off on the scene.
Call me Adam 22, baby.
They're
I'm
in their
gonna
like
jump on
20s.
that.
They're the like late 20s, early 30s. Like that's the time frame you burst
Well,
out.
dude, I'm just meeting people naturally, and like it's funny what you stumble into, and like, yeah, whatever. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like
Okay, you can't say all those things. Just give me an example of what you just said. You said stumble into. Give me an example.
stumble into. I mean, like, hopefully we'll have a guest, a good
we
friend.
don't want to announce
Right.
it.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like there's maybe I don't know that many people, but I think just I cast a wide net without really like trying for it. Just I go out as me. I go out with whoever, and I don't have to have a group. It's fun to roll out.
And see, that's the thing about charisma.
Right.
I personally think that you're the most charismatic person.
Thanks, man.
At this table. The difference between
Fuck you, Joe.
charisma, you know what? You wish. You wish. But
I told you.
the thing about
fucking turns
charisma
on
versus
everybody.
marketing is that charisma's genuine.
Right. No,
Yeah,
sure,
like you
for
said,
sure,
you don't
yeah,
have to try.
No, and that's the thing. It's genuine. It's genuality. Like I don't know. It's just like
Genuality.
Genuality. It's whatever it is.
You're
it's
riding the
just
fucking
me.
baby globe wave.
Right,
You
but like
can't
yeah,
lose
that's the thing.
right
It's just
now.
like now I'm still going out and doing shit. It's still having fun.
You had a great
but-
wife too, by the way, dog.
Shout out,
Yo.
shout out her, dude.
Yo.
Like honestly, yeah,
Hey,
the best.
Here, that's another topic.
But like that's I guess that's my crew
Just trying
because
to
like
say.
No,
that
I'm just
helps
saying.
me. With she doesn't fight against that. She like understands that, and like we go out as a team
she
together.
is
But like
not
also like
That's
we're
awesome.
good.
You know what?
So I got the
I love
support,
what you just
right?
told
Yeah,
me
yeah.
what she's doing. You're like, yo, I'm here doing this. When I get home,
I'm
she's
gonna go to the mall or something. It's like, we just need to like do that teamwork, take breaks because like we're going through 40-minute nap cycles right now. It's not the best, but like I'm here on this microphone and like because she's a G, right?
Yo.
Shout out. That's
But
it.
that's that crew and like,
Yeah.
and not to mention your
That's my
wife's
crew, for
your
sure.
wife's built
Oh,
relationships.
we got the gaggle.
You don't have a lot
but
to
we
wonder.
have, we have one person. Shout out Monica that just decides to make all the plans for us, and everyone just knows like, okay, Mon's gonna plan this shit, and it's just like we're gonna go to these bars, vacation, we're gonna go to these things. She's booking the shit. Like we have that one person.
Every crew needs
Yeah.
that
and,
person.
and like it makes it so much easier. It's just like
Yes.
we don't need to worry about where we're going. Monica's gonna do that for us and stuff like that. Like I love it.
Kimberly's and Monica's in the same
I don't.
file.
But that
Oh, I
crew,
know,
that
no,
crew
Kimberly's
though,
so fun.
like you
Right.
see how critical that piece
I like Kimberly's.
Kimberly.
is
Yeah.
that
I've never.
with those friendships that we
Critical,
develop
Monica.
over the years, it makes things in your life in other areas so much more easy. Like
Easy, yeah.
You know, like some people are really good at planning things,
Right.
and
Mon.
and I will be honest with you, I did not recognize this, but recently we were in Palm Springs at
Palm Springs.
we were down there, and Eli told me, he goes, no, my sister likes to help and entertain, so this is what we're gonna let her do. She's gonna help plan stuff. She's like, and I was like, really? I was like, oh, but I feel guilty. But then it was like, but then you saw the joy that they got from like, let me take you to my favorite deli. Let me, come here. This is the best bread. And you see some people like, I didn't know this because again, I come from a very like, we don't fucking take vacations where I'm from. Like we just work until you fucking bleed out, and then one day you're like, yeah, like or like we're gonna sit on a porch. You know, like
I thought you were explaining a Mexican until you just said to sit on the
Oh,
porch.
cool. Okay. I'm glad you said it because I was about to say Porsche monkey.
Yeah.
what?
I know, but that's like 0 to 100. My bad.
Wow, that was like I'm just talking about sitting on the stoop and just having a couple
Oh, the
cold
stoop's
ones.
different, bro.
Stoop, porch, whatever you want to
He
call
keeps
it.
changing it.
Well, if you're in Baltimore, you're on the stoop.
Stoop,
There ain't
it's
no
a stoop.
porches in Baltimore.
But you know, I'm just saying, you know, but like wherever you're from, but like you just have this moment where you're just like, nah. Like, I just want to chill and do nothing and relax and vibe. And when you've got people that are in your life that can help you do that, that's something special. And you know what?
Hold on to those people.
Less stress.
Bro, it's so much less stress. Like if a friend goes, hey man, we're having a cookout, just come.
Right.
Don't bring anything, just show up.
No expectation.
You're like, oh my God, I love this. I just showed up. And although I feel guilty, I have to recognize it. We have to recognize is that there are some people that are just, this is what they do. This is their enjoyment. Yeah. Just like mine's coaching. Some people's is like, hey, let me make you a brisket.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out Morgan, makes the best brisket. But
But
that's the
at
thing,
end
the
of the day,
smoking meats,
it's
bro.
everything that can be appreciated.
Yeah.
Everything that you've just explained, the examples that you're talking about is about appreciation.
Sure.
I showed you about this
Love
bread,
of your
right?
craft.
I brought
Love
this
of your
place
craft.
And this guy that I don't know very well, that I've never met, who's this, I'm not used to seeing this gentleman, who's from another part of the country, comes in to the place where I said the bread was good and was like, I fucking love this bread. I feel great.
Yeah. He
Right?
loved the
'Cause
bread.
appreciation.
He loved the bread. Yeah.
Right? Like, I wonder how long that appreciation, like, that feeling can reverb for before you have to kind of re-up.
Take him out to a new bread spot or
No,
something.
not him. Just providing that same service or feeling of appreciation. I have a mentor, and her whole big thing right now is like, she's like, I think the biggest problem with the difference between where we are now and where we were in the 60s is there was this real service-mindedness coming out of the 60s where people like wanted to be part of communities and like part of your reason why you were here on this earth was to provide service for other people. Whether they were below you or above you, it didn't matter. Like, you were there to help them.
Well, let's hold this thought about service till we come back for part 3 with the J-Man over here, the Juice, and the Instigator.
Let's go.
I'm Akil Patterson. This is the Sunday Fun Day podcast. The Hangover never sounded so good. And we will be back with part 3.
Perfect. Re-up.
Javon is a really great. It's better having like 3 black people and 1 white person.
2.5.
Well,
2.5.
actually,
I'm half.
oh shit. Yeah, but you guys, on camera, y'all look pretty black. So I mean, I don't.